The history of the world in 20 minutes. 1. Mesopotamia, the birth of civilization. 2. Ancient Egypt and the First Great Kingdoms. 3. The Bronze Age collapse. 4. Assyria, Babylon, and Persia. 5. The great philosophers of the East. The history of the world in 20 minutes. Hello everyone. Today, we're going to travel through more than 5,000 years of human history, from the first cities of Mesopotamia to the outbreak of World War I. Along the way, we'll explore one important question. Why has no empire ever ruled forever? 1. Mesopotamia. The beginning of civilization around 3500 BC, between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the world's first cities, Uruk, and Lagash, appeared. The Sumerians invented writing, the wheel, laws, irrigation systems, and some of the first organized states. For the first time, people lived together in large, complex societies. But these city-states constantly fought each other, and none managed to keep power for long. 2. Egypt and the First Great Kingdoms. While kingdoms rose and fell in Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt flourished along the Nile River. The pharaohs built pyramids, developed agriculture, and created one of the longest-lasting civilizations in history. Yet even Egypt was eventually conquered, first by the Assyrians, then the Persians, and later by Alexander the Great. 3. The Bronze Age collapse. Around 1200 BC, many powerful civilizations suddenly disappeared. Historians believe the causes included wars, famine, climate change, and invasions by the mysterious Sea Peoples. This marked the beginning of a new era. 4. Assyria, Babylon, and Persia. The Assyrians built one of the first great military empires, known for its powerful army and harsh rule. Later came Babylon under King Nebuchadnezzar II. Then the Persian Empire became the largest empire of its time. The Persians built roads, created an efficient postal system, and allowed conquered peoples to keep their own cultures and religions. But even they could not avoid defeat. 5. The great thinkers of the East. During the 6th and 5th centuries BC, ideas emerged that changed the world. In India, Buddha taught the path to inner peace and freedom from suffering. In China, Confucius emphasized morality, respect, and social harmony. Their teachings continue to influence billions of people today. 6. Ancient Greece. Ancient Greece became famous for democracy, philosophy, theater, and science. The Greeks defeated the Persian invasions in a series of historic wars. Later, the young king Alexander the Great conquered the Persian Empire and marched as far as India. After his death, however, his enormous empire quickly broke apart. 7. The Roman Empire. Rome began as a small city. Over time it defeated Carthage, conquered the Mediterranean, and became the greatest power of the ancient world. Under Julius Caesar, the Roman Republic transformed into an empire. The Romans built roads, cities, aqueducts, and created a legal system that still influences modern law. But its vast size, political instability, corruption, and invasions by barbarian tribes gradually weakened the empire. In AD 476, the Western Roman Empire fell. 8. Christianity. During the Roman era, Christianity emerged. At first, Christians were persecuted. Later, Emperor Constantine legalized Christianity, and it eventually became the official religion of the empire. After Rome's fall, the Church preserved much of Europe's knowledge and culture. 9. Asia, Africa, and the migration period. While Rome declined, civilizations in China, India, and Africa continued to develop. 10. The rise of Islam. In the 7th century, the Prophet Muhammad founded Islam. After his death, Arab armies rapidly created a vast caliphate stretching across the Middle East, North Africa, and beyond. Muslim scholars made major advances in mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and preserved many works of ancient Greek science. 11. The Vikings. Beginning in the 8th century, Viking explorers and warriors sailed across Europe. They raided towns, traded with distant lands, and discovered new territories. The Vikings even reached North America centuries before Columbus. 12. The Crusades. In the 11th century, European Christians launched military campaigns to capture Jerusalem. The Crusades lasted nearly 200 years. Although they caused enormous destruction, they also expanded trade and encouraged the exchange of knowledge between East and West. 13. The Mongol Empire. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan united the Mongol tribes. His armies created the largest contiguous land empire in history. The Mongols conquered territories stretching from China to Eastern Europe. After the deaths of the great Khans, the empire split into several independent states. 14. The Black Death and the Renaissance. In the 14th century, the Black Death killed roughly one-third of Europe's population. After this devastating pandemic came the Renaissance. Artists and thinkers such as Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo transformed art, science, and culture. People became increasingly curious about the world around them. 15. The Age of Exploration. European explorers searched for new trade routes. Christopher Columbus reached the Americas. Vasco da Gama sailed to India by sea. Ferdinand Magellan's expedition completed the first voyage around the world. The age of global maritime empires had begun. 16. Colonial empires, the slave trade, and the Reformation. Spain, Portugal, England, France, and the Netherlands established colonies across the globe. At the same time, the transatlantic slave trade forcibly transported millions of Africans to the Americas. In the 16th century, Martin Luther launched the Protestant Reformation, changing the course of European Christianity. 17. Napoleon and the Industrial Revolution. After the French Revolution, Napoleon Bonaparte rose to power. He conquered much of Europe before ultimately being defeated. Meanwhile, the Industrial Revolution began in Britain. Factories, steam engines, railways, and mass production transformed economies and everyday life forever. 18. The British Empire. By the 19th century, Britain had built the largest empire in history. Its colonies stretched across every continent. People often said, the sun never sets on the British Empire. But even this enormous empire gradually lost its dominance. 19. The road to World War I. By the early 20th century, Europe's great powers competed fiercely for colonies, influence, and military strength. Military alliances formed, nationalism grew, and tensions increased. In 1914, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria became the spark that ignited World War I. A conflict that changed the modern world forever. Conclusion. Over the past 5,000 years, countless great empires have risen and fallen. The Sumerians, Egyptians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Arab caliphates, Mongols, Napoleon's empire, and the British Empire all seemed unstoppable at their height. Yet every empire eventually faced the same challenges: internal conflict, economic problems, rebellion, war, and social change. The greatest lesson of history is simple: nothing lasts forever. No empire has ever been able to rule the world indefinitely. It is constant change that makes the story of humanity so remarkable.